morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. John Belkowitz. Oh, shoots and ladders. I broke the concrete. So, my name is Dr. John Belkowitz, and I break concrete. The impetus of all of this video today is to discuss one of the underlying biggest wars and competitions in the concrete industry, or excuse me, the construction industry, and that is concrete versus asphalt. So Hailey asked a question many years ago, and it was, ding!
Why is some competition between concrete and asphalt good?
Oh, that's the question? Oh, that's freaking awesome. I love that question.
Okay.
That's such a specific, that's a wonderful question. And that deserves a ding for a great question. So, competition between any two entities is always good. I'm not the only, there are much more smarter people than me who have said that in the past. And the reason for the industry is, some people might say that there might be price gouging, which will always bring things to a commodity-based product instead of bringing up the sea level and rising everybody up. But I believe that with healthy competition, it drives each industry, both concrete and asphalt, even though concrete is better, but it drives concrete and asphalt to increase the efficacy, the efficiency, the durability, the sustainability of their products. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know, we're all trying to meet the demand of the construction industry. We're over 7 billion people in population. There's enough work to go around, and there's enough money in this world, and sometimes the money might be scarce, but there's still enough money to go around for all of us to live fat, stupid, and happy. But the idea of competition is really to try and drive us to make our construction materials and our construction practices better, so we don't have to continuously replace these materials and then toss them out and then, you know, tear up the earth to make way for new civil infrastructure. So it's better if we can put a roadway down once, a foundation down once, construct the building once, and not have to do it for the next 40 to 100 years and retain that, you know, Mother Earth in the shape that it's currently in, instead of ripping it apart and replacing those ripped out portions with things that have their own carbon footprint to it, but do become a landfill or a waste site. So, I mean, that's ultimately why I think, and Hailey, did I say anything off base there?
No.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so I think there is healthy competition, and that being said, the reason why I like, you know, concrete better than asphalt, and hey, listen, I appreciate both materials, but the reason why I like concrete better than asphalt, especially if we're focusing on durability and sustainability, asphalt doesn't last that long. I mean, that is the harsh reality, especially in nasty environments, whether that's a sunny environment, a cold environment, a freezing environment that has, I don't know, a lot of heavy traffic to it, a lot of dynamic and changing lane traffic too, because we're talking about pavements now, not any other type of structure, because, I mean, you know, you can use asphalt to make roadways, sidewalks, mainly flat things. But, I mean, asphalt also you know, creates that urban heat island effect. So, I mean, when we're talking about durability, sustainability, even quality of life, asphalt normally creates an environment that's not as conducive to all of those things as compared to concrete. Years ago, Whitney and I worked on a project with the Department of Energy, Lawrence Berkeley Labs, and this private company, and it had to do with the school in Scottsdale, Arizona, where there was a asphalt parking lot, and part of the parking lot extended to be a playground for the kids, and this charter school had the assets to build a child care facility in the school for the kids who had kids who went to the school. So the kids who went to the school didn't have to find a means to watch their kids while they went to school. It's an amazing program. But a lot of these kids were suffering from a lot of, I think it was heat exhaustion or heat stroke. Wonderful article that we wrote about it. And it was because that urban heat island effect creates a thermal layer that's about 3 to 4 feet tall off the surface. And that thermal layer is pretty hot. I mean, what we saw in Arizona was anywhere between 100 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. And who's in that thermal layer but kids, small kids, and dogs, elderly, and they're more sensitive to it. So just to piggyback on what you just said, it's not just the puppy pads, it's also their lives that are in jeopardy. So, using something like concrete, or if you have asphalt, you can put a cementitious overlay, and that's what our article focused on, using a cementitious overlay to reduce the urban heat island effect, which worked, and it has been used in Arizona as well as all over the world. So, yeah, asphalt, cool material. No, not a cool material. Not a cool material, but hey, it's still a material science. It's still a construction material, helping meeting the demand of construction. So it's not that bad. But concrete is better, right? So anyway, go concrete!
Beat asphalt!